Heck yeah. Just making sure everything is working. It looks like it is. So, let me input the time. It is 6 o'clock. I'm not sure how much that matters, but it's fine. Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Hey, you're welcome. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave it at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing what time it is. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You've been so cooperative. Next time you boot up the game and see this title screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay? Go ahead, pick whatever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Great. Alright, I'll get you back to the game now. Thank you, weird narrator text man. Alright. Time to do another audio test, because I'm very into that, but... Oh shoot, hang on. No, it never... Alright, hang on, my thing decided to stop working. Alright, hang on. Sick. Alright. Yeah, it seems to be working. Enough for this, at least.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright, so we've already seen that. But it is time. We got another achievement that no one can see. But it is time to do some of the other endings.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
yes,
No
we
matter
missed
how hard
a
Stanley
memo.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That sucks. It's the bucket man again. Okay. There is a rope here. Awesome. Gonna take our
Good
bucket.
old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Heck yeah, I got a bucket. I hate Mondays. Today is Tuesday though, so...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nice. Can't open that. Alright. Oh yeah, so this is totally a thing. A large room with a lot of boxes, stairs. Something to do with stairs. I know where the red and blue one is, but we can't have the bucket to do that, so we'll do that next time. A private but smelly place for an important person. There must be a point to this. I guess we're gonna go for all the collectibles. There is an ending I want to do, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right. So if I remember correctly, you just do something like...
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yeah.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands.
things. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I like mini stands. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. What? Okay. Alright. Alright, so I may have glitched the game. Yes. Okay, so I 100%.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 284.
There we go. Okay. So this you kind of just break the game by going out of bounds, but not really. But it's a thing. Okay, so I already got that. And if we go over here, you can go all the way back, and there's an open door at the very start. Awesome. Can I put the bucket back down? Oh, okay. Let's see here. So yeah, this door is now open. So we walk into it. It's a new thing. You are now leaving. Where am I leaving? Escape pod bay. Yeah, apparently there's escape pod. Door does not open. That door is shut. Okay. It's like, what, 760 or something? You're supposed to climb, like, all the way up. Until there's an open door. Okay. Now we're almost there, I think. Just one more, 2 more levels-ish. So this should be one, yeah. This should be where I'm going. Yep, here we are. And we enter the escape pod. Bucket. What is going on? This would be really awkward for someone to join right now as we're caressing a bucket, I guess. Why don't you just bring the bucket with you? Are we saving the bucket? That's what we're doing. Well then. Alright, well. Saved the bucket on that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Who knows?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Oh,
memo.
hey, so the bucket's just forever gone now. That's kind of an oversight. Okay, so now we can... So we saved the
When
bucket.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
I
This
guess.
was not the correct way to the meeting
So we
room.
can go
and Stanley
this way,
knew
and we can
perfectly
go
well.
into the non-bucket
Perhaps he wanted
area.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
admire
admire
it. You know what?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure. Okay, so...
Stanley was so bad at following
yeah.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So this is just the
Stanley,
original
I think
game
perhaps
now.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize
How do
that
we get over
investing
there?
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
Okay.
prove it. Let me
Yeah,
prove
okay, yeah.
that I'm on... Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Go Stanley.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Right. Anyways.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm very convinced you want something bad to happen to me. I've played Portal. This isn't Portal. I said the red door, right? So we're gonna go to the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
Going this
You
way.
want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth
This game
ruining
is
the
not
entire
colorblind
story I'd
friendly.
written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to
Are you
see.
insisting that you
Help
can't
me
play
here,
Portal
Stanley.
because you
Help
can't see the
enunciate these
colors of each
strange and
portal?
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Nintendo.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I guess we're going this way. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha!
Yes.
You see, I knew I was on the
Broken rooms,
Where
unfinished
do these
textures.
flashes
Dude, this
of
is Battlefield
inspiration come
2042.
from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Am I at the very bottom? Oh, yeah. A dead rat is offline. Alright, cool. Well. Alright. Alright. Alright, so you trapped me inside of this thing. Thank you. I just got an achievement called You Can't Jump. Alright, can I get out of here? Alright, so the narrator totally just trapped me. I'm inside of a corridor now, an L shape. I can't leave. Alright, well, we're just gonna reset that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, hey, the bucket's back. The replacement bucket. Well, you know, I got a bucket now.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Not my fault. I put it into an escape pod.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Okay,
to his
well.
chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here
Wow.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left, to go back to the meeting room.
No. We're gonna do another ending.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the
How
way
do
to
you
the
get
top.
over there, though?
There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Hey, Vessel. How's it going? I have a bucket again. It's fine.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Alright, so we're gonna do a great ending.
Now pick up the phone,
No.
said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look. What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Welcome to TED
How can it
Talk.
be used to
Going
effectively
great.
silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
No.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Oh,
Let's
well,
dive
it
deeper.
shows how much I know.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
Begin
Speak
the
the entire
humor.
joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
What?
When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
What? I'm Dunny with
Good.
the funny.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only
Man,
way
did you
to
say
grow
datter?
as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After
Yes,
all,
it does.
with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our very
Where the heck
existence
did this
and
come
very
from?
likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our
just
lives
came out of
to
nowhere.
this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme. Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think
Yeah.
the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
I
Come
don't
along,
like where
let's
this is
head back.
going. Alright, I guess we're going this way again. You know, I don't know what's happening. That's a good question. Alright, well. Oh yeah, you put up a fence so we can't drop off of it.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. But I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
You never were.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
Yeah, I know, right? That's exactly what happened, Vessel.
The bucket spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink.
You can't put the TED Talk and got an instructional video about the alien war. Okay, how am I supposed to get down there? Is this open? No, okay. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. That's, you know, words to live by. Alright, well... I guess we're still going backwards. Alright, we're back to the...
Here we go. You ready?
No, actually.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
That is a paradox. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go right again? Okay.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
How did this happen?
There
What?
were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not
Everyone
the way
lied
it
at one
meant
point, but
to.
you didn't even say
And it's
anything to
all my
lie. You're
fault. I must
correct.
have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
You don't, actually.
Surely that will help me improve my...
Okay, well.
Here we go. You
Alright,
ready?
nice.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, I guess we're supposed to go right, aren't we? Nope, it's the same thing again.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors...
This room coming back
they
at the
entered
beginning
door
is
on the
also a
left.
paradox. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of paradoxes in this. We're gonna keep going right just to see what happens. Yeah, so this is the phone room again.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Okay, so I think that's as much as we can go. So we
Here
have to go
we go.
right or
You
left.
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Yeah, okay, we open.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
What does this guy want from me now? What the heck?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
Alright, I guess I'm just up here
I
now.
heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No.
I don't even know what's happening now.
Making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Stanley is a joke, Hal. Or is it a joke, Hal? Press it. Have to pay respect. You're not wrong, like, at all on that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I have to do input again? Okay, well. I'm trying to think like what other endings we could do. I guess that's...
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right. Okay, so we've done... I guess we could do... Okay, so I've gotten all but 2 of these, right? Stairs, something to do with stairs. Okay, I might know where that is, but that's... You have to go the other way for that. Okay, so I've done that one.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Trying to figure out what to do here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Sure.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. So there's the
elevator raced
crushing
downward,
ending, I guess,
plummeting towards an unknown fate.
or the quote-unquote escape
it would be
ending.
all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Yeah, honestly.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Now.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
This is a very long hallway. All right. Is that just how it ends? Oh. Well, we are stuck now.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Alright, see ya. I guess we're gonna die.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
What about Stanley, though? What happened to him?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
Oh my
It was a glorious bucket.
Oh, I don't have the bucket anymore. Yeah, press F for that. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You're standing of knowledge, much like a bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within. Awesome. I guess we're in a museum about a bucket now.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
I think this is a lot more than 25 buckets, but you know, shows how much I can count, I guess. It's like the prototype of the bucket. Inferno bucket. Wait. Billions died, but yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. That's kind of funny. What in the heck? We got cave drawings of buckets, that's interesting. Well, we know that buckets predates the existence of mankind, we do not know for how long. Could close out of a... wait. Gone out to close a window, but I'm back. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, welcome back. We ended up dying and now we're in a museum. For some reason.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
This is like... the hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is out of reach. This distance whatever is for our own good. We're supposed to drop down the massive hole. Oh. Ha! I did it. I grabbed the bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
What is that?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
What? No, I don't like that
reset the
idea.
game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements
The
if
bucket's
only
lives
we let
matter, too.
Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he actually 100% just died there. Nice. Alright, well, that was fun. We ended up getting crushed to death. This is new. What in the...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
There's one more ending in there that we can get.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
We're just gonna speedrun our way back down there and do the other ending, and then we could mess around with some other stuff. Snap, crackle, pop.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
A lot of stuff. I got stuck. Oh, there it is.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
But everything was not fine.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
There it is.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble
Yeah,
mind.
shout out to like the PS3 sounds happening.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except
For the
for the
bucket.
bucket.
Yeah, buckets are nice. You should trust buckets more often.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What the heck?
Birds. Silly, silly birds.
What the
The
heck
control
is
buttons
happening?
became active again. Stanley
What the heck
flipped
is
through
going
one video
on?
of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hand.
What is going
The one
on?
who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Yes,
Stanley and the
seagulls
bucket
are
never
taking over the
found
world.
food because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Can I
Of
not?
all the possible paths
Can I
his
not
life could
leave?
have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, apparently Stanley's happy with just watching birds for the rest of his life, but you know, it's whatever. Alright, that was an interesting ending from what the original ending is. Alright, well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he... the embrace of an old
Okay.
friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of
I guess we
time.
can't really
Stanley
do that,
clutched
can
the
we?
bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
At least the penguins look
Stanley had
cute
felt the bucket
as
calling to
yes.
him, telling him
Penguins
that
are
the
great.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Penguins, I
Stanley
mean,
took the door on his left
I
to go
might
back,
be, I don't
and
really
so
know
the
off the
two
top of my
them
head.
detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
we were actually going down to the basement.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's
You know,
this
this doesn't make
bucket
any
you're
sense to
carrying
anyone who's
around
never
everywhere.
played this game.
The bucket
But
isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
Hey, Broom
It's just
Closet.
sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Alright, so we've actually done this ending already, so we're gonna reset that. So this time we're not gonna take the
Stanley thought
bucket.
to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
Alright, so what happens if I
In
take
time,
the bucket
perhaps,
back to
he
here
would
now?
become both of those. No, the orders were still missing. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed.
Alright, so this is also the original
Had
ending.
years gone by?
I
He
thought
no
something
longer had
different
the
would
ability
happen
to
with the
tell.
bucket, though.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Heck yeah.
Here it comes.
Awesome. Alright, so that had nothing to do with the bucket then. Which I kind of feel bad. Alright, well, we're just gonna go
Someone was
on.
following Stanley. He was sure of it.
That's a little
If he
creepy.
checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them.
Ha!
It was only a matter of time.
Alright. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna do some things about the bucket now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We have to figure out how to get the rest of these
Stanley for the
collectibles.
first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
So I need to figure out how to
foot
get
here.
over there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
I'm wondering
your
if that's
trust in
something to do
someone
with
else
this,
can be
but-
difficult. But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give
Is
me
this
a
actually
chance.
open? Okay,
Now
maybe
listen
it didn't.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. We're gonna follow those
Oh,
instructions.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
No, hey, look at that.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Alright, well, we're just gonna do this.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Is there a thing up here? Because this is
Please,
lots
no,
of stairs.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
No.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
360. Ow.
Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
360.
Stanley, let's go back
Yeah,
to the
fine,
other
we'll go back to the other
room.
room. I'll see if there's
Can you
anything
do
there.
that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps
This
you
is
finally
interesting.
see what I'm talking about.
Is there anything in here? No, there's not. Okay. Well, we're going back. Yeah, I would have thought that this is where a whole bunch of stairs would have led me to.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Not really, I'm just doing it for the endings. Am I still not
Maybe
dead? Oh
you're
my
just
goodness.
getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Yeah, this game's really sad.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yeah, this was one of the original endings in the game. Which is kind of a sad ending.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alright. So, that was not the stair thing.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
The end is never. Alright, so they all have that. Okay, cool. Okay, what else can we do? We can't do. Okay. Let me see. Poop. Fair enough, man. I don't really know where that came from, but yes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Take a bucket.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. Giddy but eager to
Okay,
get
we're
back
actually
to
going to the
business,
basement.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I've taken
And so he
the
detoured
bucket.
from
Here, I'll take the bucket
maintenance
next
section,
time.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back
Because
on
I'm trying to
track.
think of endings I haven't done yet with the bucket. I'm also trying to find all the
Stanley didn't want to go
collectibles too.
back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
No, yeah, okay, I do remember this ending from the original.
From here, it's,
Left.
left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No,
Nope, that way.
not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
So we got lost.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I feel like there's like, oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember this part.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
You haven't. So why are you speaking in like numbers, man? I don't get that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Right.
Stanley decided
Okay,
to
so
go
this
to
is
the
actually
meeting
just
room.
one of-
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is just one of the endings. So okay, hang on.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Back there. Yeah, I think there's like a massive like thing. That didn't make any sense, but it's a massive ending. I guess. I don't really know where that's going, but hey, this looks interesting. Oh, okay, well. This is 100% just,
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
so I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what that means.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Good luck, thanks.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay, yeah,
Why
this
don't
is
we go
a fleshed
back
out
the other
ending.
direction and see if we missed anything.
Alright, cool. We're going this way again, and yeah. I'm pretty sure it turns out, like, terribly.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
Nice.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah,
Now
right,
this-
okay.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Heck yeah, I did it.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
What?
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Alright, we're just gonna go from the beginning and do other stuff. You know where I live. Okay, congrats. I'm just streaming, man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Not
Alright,
everyone is
there
so
you go, I
lucky
got
to
your
have a
bucket for you.
But Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Input, okay. Well, I mean, I got the bucket for you, so are we all good now? You're not gonna come and, like, haunt me?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
Okay,
his chest.
what have I not
and
done yet?
entered the door on his left.
I've done both phone endings. Done both mind control endings. Is there another ending I'm missing? I've gone downstairs. You're running through a translator. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other endings I could do. So I've already done the escape pod ending, which... Okay, so where are these things at? Stairs, something to do with stairs. There's like a million things. And then somehow we get to the, like, shipping area. In that way.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, well... I don't think there's any other... Okay, hang on. We're gonna go the other way and see if there's anything else we could do that way, but...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself, and it takes a lot of humility.
Actually,
to
we could do
carry
the
a
input
bucket
ending if we
so
can find all
magnificent.
those.
Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Congrats. We got a bucket. Yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Like, you want me to go downstairs in the, this way? Go, like, downstairs here?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
It seems very, Oh, hey, there is a
You're
figurine.
getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines.
Be
None of us
healthy.
can.
Says, do you know how to get to the other one then? Or no?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
I'll try to
All
be
because he
healthy.
believed
I like being
everyone
healthy.
had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone
I love the
else's
music
bucket,
on that.
perhaps.
It's like
How
the
did
biggest
I end up
plot
with
twist of
someone
all
else's
time.
bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come
Oh.
from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically
Oh yeah, this,
grounding
yes,
presence
this
of
ending
bucket.
causes him to go insane.
Now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be?
And
He
there's a whole
rushed
bunch of
forward from
buckets
room to room,
everywhere.
passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly,
Yes, the music is
he was
amazing.
dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Oh yeah, I do
The
remember
real
this.
bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I do read messages.
This is a story of a woman named Mariella.
Nice. I like to
Mariella
respond to
woke up on a
everybody
day
though in
like any
chat,
other.
so
She
I hope
arose,
it's
got
great.
dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
Yeah, it's funny how
She had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
it's funny like how they make it so you play every ending again because there's a bucket involved now,
All of his
which I find
coworkers were-
funny.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
No, we're doing that now. We're playing with our heads. Okay, where's the input computer at? Is it not here this time? Okay, cool.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective, yet delicate, assertive, yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I think I just messed up there. Yeah, I think I wanted to go the other way. Okay. What the heck? Okay, well.
Stanley's bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I
to
can
his
speedrun
chest
this, which
and
I'm not
entered
entirely
the
sure if
door
I
on his
can or
left.
not. Which I might have screwed myself with the bucket on that. Okay. You know what? Screw the speedrun. Okay, we're gonna do that again. And we're gonna.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive
Alright.
shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay, I guess there's a whole bunch of boxes happening. Hang on. I want to test something now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, what?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, this is how you get there. Oh, okay.
And there it is.
Yeah, we
The
did it.
last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay. Well. Okay, so what's done this way? What the?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Oh, we found the narrator.
You didn't think I was actually
Oh,
just
dang it.
recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
This is my fault, though. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going back. Yeah, I have no idea who that was on the phone, Vessel. It said that they were dropping off of boxes, so I went to the loading dock, and there's no one there. Alright, cool. Where am I now? Isn't there like an ending to like clip out of bounds here?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's just...
What the
it's
heck?
those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Sure.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh, we're back to the memory zone. That's cool. Glad we were able to come back here. What does it say? When family found the collectibles. Alright. I take it that means you're leaving, so you have a good one. Is it Pole Phoenix? I hope I said that right. Alright, where are these figurines at? Why is this empty? Okay. You're watching me in 2 places right now. That's interesting. On my computer and your phone. I appreciate it. Alright, am I supposed to go this way? What the heck?
Here's where it all began.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first collectible.
This is where it all
Back then, we
began.
had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
This is gonna go up
We
to
were so
7.
innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Ha! Is he just not gonna say anything about it? And that was...
And here was the second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
You don't understand me. That kind of sucks. I wish you could understand
Okay,
me.
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini
It's
stand?
this one.
Can you remember? Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up.
Say in
and then
Russian,
after that, you had 3 of
Bayat.
them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in
blat.
your memory, but I shouldn't be
Blay-
surprised.
blat.
After all, science tells us
I hope
that
I'm
it's
saying that
impossible
right.
to forget your third time doing anything.
Awesome. I have 9 out of 6 collectibles.
Let's see, what came next?
Oh,
Oh yes,
okay,
we found
cool.
a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't
I don't know
actually say I
whether-
remember being in
is
this
it-
room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Balake. Yeah. Apparently I just said a curse word or something. I didn't even know.
This was the 5th mini
Yeah,
stand,
hey, you're welcome,
and this
Brad.
one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate
Oh, gosh,
the
why?
occasion. Enjoy.
What? This is like 2008 all over again. Huh. No, I'm not saying any other words.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent
Yeah,
a lot
back
of
to,
time
like-
making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything
Huh.
else.
Yeah, it takes you back to like 2008 or something or another. It's like really old YouTube stuff right there.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
What do you want me to say words so much?
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment.
That's
Nothing left to
interesting.
do but
The
move
past, the
onward
present.
into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
But oh, okay. I like the memory zone.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay
What?
here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See
goodness.
how that feels. Okay, yes, this spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
I'm a family friendly channel, so I don't want to like curse at all.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, I remember the video that we watched. Oh my gosh, why?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, that was a great
I
video.
love that
Nice.
video.
Alright, I want the collectible.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, 100% solid room. It's okay, just don't make me say words I don't know. Again.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yeah, I don't plan on saying really any words that people are... I thought it was like a word for goodbye or something, and then everyone's freaking out. It's like, oh.
This was our second
All right,
figure.
well.
Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
So it's bringing me back to the, Oh, it is. That's cool. Is this the jump circle thing?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember
The
hating it
jump
back then.
circle.
But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
I don't have any jumps, so I can't do anything. Oh, great.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Let's go to the same. It does go to the same room. Nice. So this is like where the game
And before
ends.
everything else, there was your office.
This is the final. The
Is there
final.
anything
Final.
else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The title screen.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide.
You would
which
talk
way
about
to
some of
go.
the endings.
I would cheer him on as he collected.
I mean, I know
figurines
most
for
of the
no
endings
reason.
anyways.
Why did I invent Stanley?
I take it this is supposed to be the
Random?
final ending.
Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companions.
Also, if you understood English, then how are you understanding me?
A wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire.
Gotcha,
him
somewhere
for
you
good.
understand.
I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
So is this supposed to be like continued on, or? Oh heck,
All of his co-workers were gone.
there's a little boxes.
What could it mean?
Ha!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
That's funny.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All the boxes everywhere. That is hilarious.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, well, yeah, this is all back to normal
Still
now.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
You
and
don't
the
wanna
bucket
leave the
walked
stream?
upstairs to the boss's office.
I mean, I appreciate you not wanting to leave, but I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, there's nothing there.
Stepping into
Okay.
the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket...
Have a good one for wherever
was
you're
the
going.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Do you know anything in Russian? I don't. I never took like Russian classes or anything. Now we're gonna go back upstairs and see what this does.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing. Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button.
Thanks for the
I'm having
luck,
the
man.
time of
I
my
hope you have a good
life."
one.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright, I guess we're going back to the elevator now. Studying Russian story class. That's cool.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something.
You don't understand me,
Perhaps
but
it had not
it
seen
takes
how
a
much
long
joy
time to
Stanley got from
translate.
slamming the number 3
Interesting.
repeatedly.
You know, you're very interesting. Let me tell you that.
A hint of regret
Have a
nagged
good
in the
one for like
back
the
of
5th
Stanley's
time.
mind. Should he Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I guess we're just gonna do the ending.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone in the
Lights.
office was being videotaped.
Whoa.
monitored like guinea
Alright,
pigs.
pretty sure it's gave everyone
The
motion
bucket
sickness.
had never seen anything like this.
You know, by
It
X
very
like
nearly
7.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
All
No!
right, well.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Okay, the same you're definitely going out. Okay, man, have a good one.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exist.
Aw. Right.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
What type of joke is
Both of them
that?
wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple
I mean,
life
not
they
wrong,
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no.
Your internet is
Stanley
bad.
can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious
I
bucket
mean,
in his arms. Not while this
I
building
can't
has
really
anything to say about it.
detest on the internet
Stanley
because, you know, it's different
he
all
would
over the
never again
world,
leave this
but
very room. But at least he has the bucket.
yeah, I have the
To be trapped
bucket.
eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
And then the
Stanley
bucket
thought.
left.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay, so I think I've basically done everything in this game. What do I got for? I guess you guys can't see this. I'm looking at my achievements right now. I only have 4 achievements. Okay, rip. Hit the 8 button so many times. Click on 430 speedrun. Settings world champion. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff I haven't done, but you have to do like a whole bunch of other stuff to do that. So
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know. That's a good
Stanley
question.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So like, what is it? 430? I was supposed to click on like so many times. It's getting lower and lower though. You're writing something to you even though you don't understand. Yeah, it's weird how you're communicating. Okay, I'm supposed to click on this like.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
No.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Some butterfly clicking right now.
I'm
Oh my
still not
goodness.
feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something.
Okay,
It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Gosh, okay. Where's 147 at?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Where the heck is 437? Sounds back here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Yeah, I think this guy's having so much fun with himself right now.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
This game.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Okay, how do I do that? Where is... There we go.
Yes!
Awesome.
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it!
Okay.
Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Gosh, this game. Where was the coffee machine? It was in the first room, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it!
I got the achievement.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
But at the end, you get the 5 clicks. Okay.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided,
Alright,
was
I
for
guess you
all
can close
of
that
them.
door.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
You're not the correct way to
Stanley
the
had
meeting
felt
room.
the bucket calling to
Fucking
him, telling
got
him
him.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
You just get
don't
ending
go
if you
to
just
the
jump
meeting
off,
room.
don't you?
Go somewhere else.
We...
The cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
That's quite the ending.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was.
Now you're more
he hoped very much that it
concentrated.
was.
Okay. We're gonna go see if we can do... I wanna see if that one... There's a part where you basically get taken to other
When
games.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
I
doors,
think I remember
this
how to
was
get
not the
there,
correct way to the
but-
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Basically just trying to draw this
Perhaps
out
he
till
wanted
8
to stop
o'clock,
by the
which I might
employee lounge
stop early
first,
today.
just to admire it.
Also, Vessel
It was
and
okay.
anyone else who's watching, I'm probably not going to be streaming on
Eager to get
Thursday
back
just
to business,
because I have family
Stanley
coming
took
into
the
town that
first
day.
open door on his left.
So this is probably all you're going to get this week.
Stanley was so bad at
So,
following directions. It's
yeah.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's just a
Look,
1 week
Stanley,
thing.
I
I have
think
family
we've
coming in
actually
on
gotten off
Thursday.
on the
I might
right
make a
track.
video of
I'm
something.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Paul, I'm
Give
kind
me
of
a
concerned
chance.
about you right
Now
now.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Going through the blue.
Aha,
Awesome.
perhaps you misunderstood.
The blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I won't.
You see? There's nothing here.
Awesome.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Probably.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going
Okay,
this way.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Oh,
And to be
right.
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest
Yeah.
answers, please.
3 options? Oh my goodness.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Alright, get ready for the best game in
this
the
game,
world.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Right.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
That's a terrible noise.
You heartless bastard. Did you
How come they didn't even do
the
anything to the
babies, or
baby?
purely to spite me? Because if it's
Just
the latter,
there.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Alright, here we go with this game. Oh,
Aha! Fascinating.
so they
What do you think
changed
this
it.
game's
Okay,
about,
that's
Stanley?
pretty good
What's
actually.
our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on
I know.
innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
So this is Firewatch.
Yes, that must be it.
which is
What
a
fascinating
story-driven
venture into the
game.
Experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So this wasn't a part of the actual game. So in the original game, this part was supposed to be Minecraft and Portal. But I'm glad they changed the game. That totally caught me off guard. Anyways, yeah, there's no gore when the baby burns. Because gore, I guess. I don't really know why. But yes, it just didn't do anything. And it was like, alright, well, I guess it didn't really matter. But yeah, this is a game inside of a game, I guess. So normally there's like another one, yeah.
No, it can't be.
What? What is no?
It is. It's an open world game.
Not
Good
even.
God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness,
What?
Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
I take it he doesn't like this game
Heavens
or open
me,
world
oh,
games.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
We're actually not.
Okay,
We're
I'm
inside
going
of the
to get
woods
us out of
actually.
here. Let's find another game.
All right, what's the next
Preferably
game?
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Finally, a great touch. Grass. Yes.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
All right, so something with walls is probably gonna be like, because this was supposed to be Portal. Oh, dude, Rocket League. What?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
What am I supposed to do here? It's just an arena.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Exactly.
There are
What
lots
are
of
we
cars
supposed to
here
do
in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
This is Rocket League.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
All right, Paul, have fun going back to sleep for like the millionth time, but you know. So I'm supposed to score a goal, I guess. Oh, well, I'm going faster now. Okay.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
Kinda
experience.
scared where that's going.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
All right. We're just supposed to.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yeah, it's great.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's
What?
right.
Aw.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
To answer your question, Vessel, it is a soccer game. It's like a, what do you call it? Like vehicle soccer game. You drive cars and you hit the ball into other people's goals, and it's great. There's like a massive esports community around it all and everything.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Jumping into a massive hole. That's what I'm doing.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
a dictator. Wait a minute. Dude, is this the original Half-Life 2 mod? Like, part? That's awesome. No, you can't kill the narrator. That's not the game. Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Alright, well, that was interesting. Hey, it's Spox. Not sure if I said that right. Spock 31. You know, I'm gonna call you Spox.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well.
I guess I
by
have to do the
himself,
input ending
and
too.
constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Okay, well, not the input computer. Okay, we're gonna try that again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh yeah,
What did
Rocket
it
League.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I'm trying to see if the inputs computers are here. Because that leads to another ending. Alright, I don't think that's doing that again. Yes, it should be the right one.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You can send me a whole bunch of boxes again.
1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work.
Awesome.
Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Alright, so the input computer's like not okay. Well, that's fun. Alright, I'm trying to think of what else we could do now. So we've basically done most of the endings, if not all of them. See, we did both endings when you drop off the edge of the lift onto the railing. Did the one where you jump off the lift and basically die. What else is there? We did both endings that way. Pick up the bucket? Okay.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Which ending should I do? So I'm trying to think like which endings I can do that I haven't done. So I've basically already done all the endings. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Confusion
And here it was.
ending.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
I don't remember. I
Back
don't
to
know
the
them
meeting
by
room.
name, so hang on. Which ending is that? Oh, is that the one? Okay, that's the one that, like, it's not called like the whiteboard. Go left. Hang on. Going through the right door, entering the maintenance room, but going down the elevator within the room instead of continuing forward to the meeting room. Okay, so I have to go through all of that, which I don't think I can do with the bucket. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, we're gonna have to... Yes, okay, we're gonna have to reset because we can't use the bucket. Dang it, why is it doing this?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh, you
decided
can?
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed...
I thought it does the entire thing where, like,
This.
they gather
Stanley
everything
clutched the
with,
bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I thought that's...
But Stanley had felt the bucket
This narrator
calling
would
to him,
shut up.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Oh my goodness,
Had
okay,
the
I just need to
bucket
stop
turned out to be
walking.
correct? Well, no, never mind.
Okay.
The bucket was wrong.
I say...
Stanley took the door on his left.
I'm gonna
to
kill
go
this
back to the
narrator.
meeting room.
Because when you go down the elevator with the bucket, it does the, like, the conferencing of all your friends because
And
they
so
think you're going
took a
crazy with the
detour
bucket.
through the maintenance section and
Here.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
You're just, yeah, reading the above messages. Very interesting, let me tell you.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this
Yeah.
place eventually.
It's our
You see,
friends.
your friends and I are concerned
We have
for you, Stanley.
Cutout
We've come
baby,
together here because we care
mannequin,
about you very
table,
much. It's this
chair,
bucket you're carrying
pencil
around everywhere.
sharpener,
The bucket
computer,
isn't
the
even from
broom
original
closet,
Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're
and the
ones
adventure
that matter,
line.
Stanley. Classic characters from the
Which,
first
I mean-
game, like the adventure line and the broom closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
Yeah.
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line?
Yeah.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line.
See, this one
Who
has the
knows
adventure
where
line
it'll
in
go
it,
off
but it's
to
not the
next?
original
Oh,
one.
and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah.
Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
That's from the
It's
broom
as
closet.
classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Yeah, this is where you try killing the bucket and it doesn't work. I don't know if you can or not. I guess I haven't tried sacrificing the
Don't you
bucket.
get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
The bucket destroyer.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it
Right.
also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Sure.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
What?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying
So you
buckets
literally can't
is
get rid of the
all it
bucket?
knows.
Okay.
That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity
not
and
working.
nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
I
We
can't do
go
it.
back
It's
to
not
the
letting
classic
me.
Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
And we died. This gets me every time. It's just...
The bucket destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Anyway, the game's dead. Oh well. Alright, so that should start a new one, and we can do without the bucket this time. Alright, why is there paper all over the place?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so we can't pick up the bucket this time to do the confusion ending. So we're just gonna go for it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Sure.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, it's space cool, huh?
It was
Wow,
okay.
alright, cool. That's a great
But
room.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Whoa, alright.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You know, I don't really know why there's so many papers. It might have had to do with the fact that I answered the phone last time.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He
I'm
wanted
not
to
entirely
wander
sure.
about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
Where am I supposed to be going?
It's, left.
Okay, I guess we're going to the left.
Oh, no.
Nope,
no,
never
it's
mind.
to the right, my mistake.
Alright, cool. We're going this way now.
No.
All right,
no,
well.
Not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Oh,
It's
what
clearly...
were you thinking?
Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, there's paper everywhere.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Right, this way. Right. And it's like, oh my goodness, spoilers.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just
Wait,
need
so
to
why is
see
employee 3 the
two
staircase?
Who am I kidding?
That's what I don't know.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Why is
However,
employee
rather
3
than
the
waste our time
staircase?
Trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Yes, with the truck. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. We missed a memo. And then suddenly
When
there's like $1 million.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find an adventure. Employee 3 is an engineer. I mean, I could see that, yes. I'm not really sure what the engineer of stairs have to do with anything. Also, this is some, like, go to the OG right door. This is like OG, like, or not OG. This is basically like backroom stuff right now. The Stanley Parable just takes place in the back rooms. Alright, so OG right door. Alright, here we go.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Hey,
you there
there's
definitely
something here.
was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, okay. Well. Hey.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And there's no doors in this one.
Okay, yep,
Whoa.
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Right.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Did we miss anything? Just turn off all the computers, save on electricity.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The
Stanley
story.
Parable doesn't
Here
take
it
in the
comes.
back rooms. It is the back
No,
rooms.
wait, never mind. Not the
Yes,
story.
that is 100%
Okay,
what
let's
this
head
is.
back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
This is a random
I can't
room.
quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
When it's the
You
line, do not
win.
follow. Am I even allowed to do that?
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh no.
All right.
I
Now
don't
what?
feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Dude, I did it fair and square. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
All right, yeah,
I don't
fair
care
enough.
What might happen this time? I have to restart.
Awesome. So, am I able not to follow it, or?
All right.
Okay, well,
I've
this is
got
a different.
solution.
This is a
time,
different
to make
line
sure
now.
we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow
I wanted
the line.
to
How
write
simple
take
is
place
that?
instead of take, but I'm too big of a dumb. What? Dumb. No, you're not, Vessel. All right, so I didn't follow it, and we're in a dead end. All right, well. Okay, so can I just wait? So I can just go straight. Does he get mad at me again if I don't do that?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, so we have to follow the line. What? Okay, well. I guess we have to follow the line. Because it won't let us do the other way.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
heck?
still a story?
What the heck?
Simply by the
What?
act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the
Alright, I guess
nature
we're going
of life
upstairs now.
itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence
So many
rests
question marks.
inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
I don't
Whoa,
know
whoa,
this-
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
I'm not sure what this guy's
Well,
going
I'd
off
like to
of.
apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now
We're in
is
the
a bit
basement
of music
now.
to lighten the mood.
Is this a new one? I don't remember this in the original game. Can't wait for me to get copyrighted strike on this.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley,
Wow.
this fern will be very important later in the story.
It's a fern.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright. embedded into my head.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
This doesn't make any
Is
sense. How's that
any of
even...
this ringing a bell?
It's a hallway. Alright, I guess we're going this way. Hey. And we're back to here.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
Yeah, he goes on.
after everything we've been through,
He totally just like
I
spoke
can't take
his
this
mind
anymore.
out of
Hell with it.
existence and was like, what the
Restart.
heck? And now we're restarting. Oh, now it's just a Stanley Parable line. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Oh, wait, was there another way? I didn't even realize
Why
that.
can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Was there a way I could have gone that wasn't the line?
Now,
I didn't even see a
yes,
way.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
But now we're
What
going
do
in
you want our
circles.
story to be?
Uh,
Go wild. Use your imagination.
Oh, I guess we're on this way now.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to
Well.
veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I mean, can I go backward? Alright, yeah, now it's gone, and we're back to it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Alright.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
You wish that you could clip that clap. I'm pretty sure you can clip it though. Oh, hey, look.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Aimless wandering neighbors.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what,
Now it's a dead end.
eight
Turn and find another dead end.
times?
Venture
That's
line.
really how all this
Venture
goes?
to explore territory. Find the
all
line again.
Determined?
Find the
So
confusion
now,
ending
according to the
schedule.
schedule,
Marriage
I
once
restart
again.
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this.
This prevented.
This
Find the line
thing.
again. Begin
Wall.
following the line. Find typical or
Well,
blow up the
Who
office.
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Interesting.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it
Right,
is that made
well.
this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Are we just stuck here?
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination.
If you want to
or the
clip it, go
journey,
for it.
Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
All right. That scared me. Alright, so let's just recess the game, right? Like, this is just a normal game again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I think it is.
What could it mean? Stanley
Yeah, the
decided
bucket's
to
back.
go to the
Okay.
meeting room.
Um,
Perhaps he had simply...
Yeah, okay. See you, Spox. Have fun. Hope to see you again. And Vessel, I'm pretty sure it's just like, I think it's clip on, if I can find it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it has to be part of a video for you to be able to clip it. Or you could just record it or something, but yeah. But, you know, it is that time for me to go eat supper, so I think I'm gonna end it here as well. So, we're just gonna go through here. But there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Alright, well. Cool. Alright, well. That's all in settings. Alright, I will see you all later then. Thank you all for coming. And yeah, have a nice afternoon, day, night, whatever it is for you. And I'll figure out when I'm supposed to stream again. Okay, I'll see you guys later.